Good morning, guys. Hello, how are you? And welcome back to the English class. Well, today we're going to learn a very interesting lesson. Okay, so today we're going to learn how to plan a story or write a story plan. Now, before I start, I want to tell you that at the end of this class, you will write me a story plan. Okay, but how to do it? This is what we're going to learn today. So the first thing you have to do before you plan a story, you have to think about the story. How to do that? I want you to close your eyes and start imagining a story. Close your eyes right now. Close them and start to imagine a story. I'm going to close my eyes too, and I want you to think of a story and then open your eyes and tell me about it. All right, you need help? Okay, keep your eyes closed, okay? Once upon a time, there was a girl. She was playing, and her mom called her. She told her, "Hey, Emily, come here." Emily went to her mom, and then she told her, "Yes, Mommy, what do you want?" Her mom told her, "Go take these cookies to your grandma." Emily, the girl, she said, "Yes, Mommy, sure, Mommy." She went to the grandma and she gave her the cookies. But when she got there, she saw Grandma sleeping. She woke the grandma and told her, "Grandma, Grandma, Grandma." But Grandma didn't wake up. So she called her mom and they went to the hospital because Grandma was sick. After that, the grandma woke up and she was fine and everyone was happy. And then Emily, the girl, told her grandma, "My mom made you a very delicious cookie. Do you want to eat cookies?" The grandma told her, "Yes, I would love to." And they all went home and they were really happy. Now, did you imagine the story? All of it. All right, now you can open your eyes. Now, what you heard is a story, but today we're going to learn how to read a story, how to write a story, how to plan a story. Now, the first steps, as you can see here, we have main points or main steps. Now, the main points of every story has a characters, okay? Every story has settings. Every story has plot. Okay, so the main points on the main steps of any story is characters, settings, and plot. But what does that mean? I will tell you, okay? Let's move to the next slide. Now here, as you can see, look here. I did something. Now the first thing right here is the characters. Now my story, the story I told you about the grandma and the mom and Emily, the characters are the main point or the main, let's say, the main thing in the story. You have to mention the characters. Now, as I told you in the story, can you remind me what are the characters or who they are? The characters are the people inside the story. Okay? So the people inside the story, we call them characters. What we call them? Characters. Excellent. We have to name the characters, give them names, describe them. How do they look like? How old are them? Blah, blah, blah. All of these descriptions. Now, as you can see here, I did that. Okay, I'll show you how I did it. I drew. Of course, you have to draw it because you are little kids, so you have to draw everything so you can remember. So, here's the girl. I drew her. I named her Sarah, and he's the dad. I called him Sam. I said that he is 45 and he is smart and she is smart or funny and she's 9. I drew her and I named her Sarah. I named him Sam. So I gave them names. I gave them age. I gave them look. I drew them. So this is the first step. You have to tell me the characters. You have to name the characters, to tell me about them, to describe them for me. Now, after this first step is done, you go to the next step, which is the settings. What are the settings? Now, the settings, it is simply the time and place of the story. Let's say that Sam and Sarah, okay, my characters from my story, they are this setting or the place is what is the GIS, our school, and the time. What is the time? It's winter 2019. All right. So I named or I gave you the settings. What are the settings one more time? They are the time and place of the story. When did this story happen and where did it happen? Now, after I drew them like that, after I drew them, time and place, I wrote them for you. Now the settings are ready in my story. So now we move to something else, of course, which is the third step or the final step, which is the plot. Now, before I start with the plot, I want to tell you what the plot means. The plot means the event of the story, the event of the story. Now, let's say the events of the story are divided into three sections, okay? 3. The beginning, the middle, the ending. Now, to make it easier for you, I drew it like that, and I will show you what plot means. So plot, it simply means the event of the story. The event of the story has 3 sections or 3 parts. The beginning, the start of the story, the middle of the story, and the ending, the final event of the story, the end of the story. Okay? So I drew it for you like that. All right, let's see here. Okay. Now, Sarah the girl wanted to go to the school, all right? To where the GIS school. I'm so sorry for my painting, my drawing. I know it's bad, but yeah, I was trying. So, Sarah was going to the school and then she forgot something. What is this? It's the bag. She forgot it. When she got to the school, she noticed that she doesn't have the bag. So she started to cry. So that was the beginning. The beginning that she was going to the school. She was going to the school with her, I don't know with who, but she was going to the school, the GIS school. The setting is the place, right? GIS school, and she forgot her bag. Now, and she was sad, of course. Now, let's see after that what happens. Okay? Now, her daddy saw the bag and he was like, is that my daughter's bag? Let's see it again one more time, please. Oh, my drawing is bad. All right. Daddy saw the bag and he was like, isn't it for Sarah? Sarah was sad, of course. So he's like thinking, what should I do? So this is the middle of the story. When the dad saw the bag. What is the name of the dad? One more time. His name is Sam. Excellent. So he is one of the characters. Okay. So Daddy Sam saw the bag and he knew that Sarah, his daughter, forgot it. So that was the middle of the story. The middle of the story that he found the bag. The ending of the story is this. Let's see. And yay. I didn't catch it. So the end of the story that he went to the school and he gave her the bag. He gave her her bag and she was really, really happy. So that was the ending. Let's see it together. See, he went to the school and he gave her the bag and that was the ending of the story and she was really happy. let's see how I wrote my story plan. Let's see together, okay? How did I plan my story or gave it a plan? First of all, I grab a paper. I divided it into a table like that. I made a table. I drew a table like that. Okay. Second step, divide into 3 squares. There's square number 1, 2, 3. Write the characters. I wrote the characters. Write the settings. I wrote the settings, and the plot I did. So the first thing I did is I wrote this, I drew this table, you see it together, and then I divided it into 3 sections or 3 parts, 1, 2, 3. The first one is the characters. We have Sarah, we know Sarah. We have Sam, which he is the dad. Who is the dad? Okay, and then the setting. Remember the setting? They are the place and the time. The place was GIS, our school. And the time was 2019. The plot, I told you that the plot is divided into 3 sections. Beginning, middle, ending. Now I drew it for you, right? Remember the drawing? Now I will write it because you have to write it in the story plan. Beginning, the beginning of the story. Sarah forgot her bag back home as she was going to school. So that was the beginning. The middle is Daddy Sam. So, I'm sorry for the E, forget it. Daddy Sam saw the bag and knew that Sarah forgot it. So that was the middle of the story. The end of the story, the ending. Daddy Sam took the bag to school. Sarah was happy. So that was the end or the ending of the story. This is how you plan a story or you make a story plan. Do you understand, guys? Excellent job. All right. So now you have to follow my directions to do the homework, okay? Now, you're going to think of your own story, okay? And then do this table right here. You're going to write me the characters, the settings, and the plot right here by beginning, middle, and ending. Of course, I want it all to be just like that with some drawings like I did, right? And then send it to me by email. Now, this is our lesson for today, writing ideas, planning my story or our stories. I hope that you enjoyed it. I love you so much, guys, and I hope to see you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah, or on Sunday. Until then, I hope you have a very nice day. I love you so much again and again, and bye.